Class is not dismissed yet.
So there was a member of the public who was very impressed that senior management is actually coming out and exercising. That he asked whether he could be allowed to just address us for 5 minutes. And I said, by all means, he happens to be a comedian as well. So I don't know, maybe we for a treat as well. Over to you, sir.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning. So actually, that's not strictly true. The first person I saw was Desiree, for obvious reasons. I said, what's going on? And they said, ask the boss, ask the boss. So each time there was a boss at the back and they passed me on to another boss. And eventually I found Vincent with a very memorable surname, I might add. So a comedian, I'm an aspiring stand-up comedian. So what I hope to do is just share a couple of things. If you laugh and it's funny, and if you don't, then I need to work on my material. But I don't want to leave by not saying this. Thank you. Thank you, all of you. As a member of the public, we just take you completely for granted. Some people doing switching traffic. You keep the city rolling. And I'm personally, I'm enormously grateful. In a very thankless task that you have, we're very quick to complain. I know that you know what I'm talking about. So, let me start off with a joke. Right? And I've done two. In truth, I've done 2 stand-up comedy routines. So I'm a complete novice. And the first one I did, I didn't really prepare for, but I was told just don't do jokes. But now I've discovered jokes are actually quite good. And the only funny thing about my first stand-up comedy routine was when I went to see my wife and I said, Can you just wander off? Competition, man. What was the call about? So I went back home to my wife and I said, I'm going out tonight. She said, where are you going? I said, well, I'm going to do stand-up comedy. She said, why? You're not even funny. So that saved me, that piece. But I threw the baby out with the bathwater when it came to jokes. And here's the joke. Here's my favorite joke. I come from England originally, as you can probably tell from my accent. I've been here since 2001. I adore this country. We are the flippin' best. I mean, the spirit and the theatre we have in this country is through the roof. So it's an English show. Guy's walking along the road and he sees a sign. And the sign says, talking dog for sale. So he goes in and he chats to the owner and says, I can't see the talking dog. And he says, yeah, he's in the yard, just go and have a chat with him. So he walks up to the kennel and taps on the kennel and there's this Labrador and he peers in and he says, are you the talking dog? He says, yeah, I'm the talking dog. What do you want to know? Tell me your life story. He says, well, I was brought up in the local neighborhood, went to a local grammar school, joined the army. Spent my time in the army and had a very distinguished career. And I joined the SAS and I did undercover operations at Heathrow Airport. In fact, I was the executive there. And then I got knighted by the Queen. And I'm sitting out my retirement here. What a story. So he goes back to the guy and says, man, how much for a talking dog? He says, no, £10. What, £10? Why so cheap? He says, because he's a lying fucker, he's never left me So, good, alright, I'll tell that one. But that's just short and sharp. Thank you for laughing, thank you for your hearts and your community and our service. I love you guys, and thank you so much. So, my name is Simon Eakin.
Who's done it?
My 2 brothers and I, we think it's the best. Our wives, or actually ex-wives. No, the only one of us who's still married is my youngest brother. Well, you can do the maths, right? So I'm a professional speaker. I'd love to come and speak. I don't know, like in your unit, because I I'm passionate about people. I'm passionate about this country. I'm passionate about people loving
Yes,
each
behind
other
you, boss.
and connecting with each other. And so,
You need to send something. I want to get your visuals. Oh, maybe we can come with you.
I'd love to. So just in closing, what can I tell you? Yeah, Ekin, the surname Ekin, I was always led to believe it was a Dutch name. So I have no real connection with South Africa, except of course through colonialism. You know, my family have done colonialism like proper, right? You know, we've done it in India. You know, my grandfather was an Indian Army general, spent 35 years Indian Army general. I mean, how's that work? And then we've done, you know, colonialism in South Africa, obviously, you know, and also Ireland. So Ireland is like the Africans of Europe. Have you noticed? Because they do things like they talk to each other. And they greet each other. How you doing? All right. Oh, yeah, good. I mean, completely fucked up. Completely damaged. Remind me very much of the coloured community here. Like, lots of interaction, lots of connection, but like so much bloody trauma. You know? And I joke about trauma, but trauma is a very real thing for all of us, by the way. That's another story. So yeah, the surname Ekin. I got a Facebook request from a guy called Mustafa in Turkey. He said, "Congratulations, you have a Turkish name." I'm like, wow, that's amazing. Very common Turkish name. It means harvest. So I roundly call my dad and I say to him, "Dad, it's amazing. We've got a Turkish name." He said, "Utter." Anyway, so yeah, that's a little bit about me. And I recently went to the Northern Cape on an excursion on my own in a hire car, the best off-road vehicle in the world, and I discovered in the vast wilderness of the Northern Cape, I discovered nakedness. I mean, there's not a lot of people around there, right? So I just pulled aside, built fires, howled at the moon, naked, and it was amazing. So I strongly recommend naked. Maybe you can have a naked day. Like so thank you very much indeed.